Hello there everyone, this is Sylvie, and in this video we're going to be fighting Acid Man. This is the first of the final play session for Mega Man 11. Looks like I took a few months of a break and then I came back in January of 2019, so here we are. I really like this stage. Unfortunately, since I'm doing voiceover, that means that I really didn't say much in the actual stream, so I'm going to go ahead and just keep talking here. I think this is a really clever level. There's a lot going on here. For one thing, I'd like to point out that this is kind of a water level. Like, this is, you know, the water elemental level of a Mega Man game, essentially. And I mean, you know, most of these, like, acid pits, they start out as just blue water. I don't know if it's supposed to be water, if it's supposed to be a solution of some sort. But, yeah, the gimmick is that, you know, some of the water will hurt you. And I think that's really interesting, how it's done. And, you know, I'm about to die here. I don't know why I didn't just hop in. I don't know why I was so obsessed with just trying to attack these baddies or not, but, so, you know, that was the last life at least, so I figure, let's go ahead. I have a lot of bolts, so I start to look at what's in the shop. Really, there's like one new thing I should pick up while I'm here, and that's the bolt catcher. Has a really obvious effect. It makes bolts spawn more frequently, which basically just means infinite money for a game like this. And then let's just buy a bunch of lives.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Ta-da! All ready. Good luck out there, Mega. Are you sure? Ta-da! Are you sure? Ta-da! All ready.
Yo, Mega! Can I interest you in some parts?
Alright, back to the level. So I kind of like... I think it's interesting that it's not red liquid that damages you in this game, but the green liquid. And it makes sense considering Acid Man is green. Oh yeah, here I am looking at the items, debating between the Energy Balancer Neo and Energy Balancer Classic. I absolutely prefer the Classic. I've got a lot of good power-ups here. We got recoil reduction. We have a thing that keeps us attached to ice. We have a recoil reduction for the Mega Buster, which... Oh yeah, that's a thing. This game has the recoil for the fully charged shot, which I think that's appropriate for this game. I think they did that in Mega Man 4 on the Game Boy, and I thought that was a really good feature because the fully charged shot was more powerful than normal, and that was the drawback, was that you had a recoil in the air. Yeah. But you'll see how this is the more traditional water level in a bit. You know, I like that this, like, I like these enemies where they, like, shoot, like, the little blob of acid into the vat, or into the water. Oh yeah, there's some big bolts right now. I have to pick them all up. I think this time we'll finally make... Oh yeah, here I was just getting confused with the controls. Here we go. Here, there's like this underwater sound effect, and I think it's a really good, like, good addition of atmosphere here. Usually they don't do that in Mega Man games, but here they do. And we also have like wind effects, and you know, in the tradition of your typical water level, where you have like you might have wind or you know, altered jump physics. They throw a lot of spikes at you. They throw a lot of those spike traps at you, so you know that avoiding them becomes part of the gimmick of the level, and that's, you know, that's a classic Bubble Man water level type of stage setup. Now we're emptied out to here, and there's your first checkpoint. Well, oh yeah, the Sniper Joes are aggressive in this game. I kind of love it. Yeah, I'm really picking up that bolt catcher is really giving me some payout. Completely missed. Ooh, and I almost got hit there. Good dodge. You can see I'm like, I don't want to go there. Good solution. Use Storm Tornado. Here I am, wanting to figure out what some of this new moves are. And they have the spike trap right there at the beginning. Oh yeah, and there's like robot garbage flowing. I didn't really notice this before, but there's like robot garbage like flowing through here. Now they're like up in the difficulty of the spike traps. Aha! Here I am. Is that a pseudo Eddie over there? I'm assuming it is. I'm like, oh, I heard the speed gear go. Yeah, it's not an Eddie trap. Now this room is pretty. This is like how do I get down? Oh, it's like that. And how the hell did I not die there? So this level is one of the few that only has the one mini-boss instead of two. Like alongside Fuse Man and I forget what else. He has an interesting hitbox. And I die. I like how he kind of controls the current of the room though. Adds an, like, that extra layer of difficulty is kind of neat. I spent a bunch of time in the pause menu that none of you needed to see, really. Little spider ticks. I'm gonna try to kill that. Oh, and I'm not safe while standing on that platform. Not even Sniper Joes are immune to the power. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Like, I guess that's the other benefit. That's the other reason why they had to add a knockback to the fully charged shot, is that it allows you to stagger shielding opponents. Pretty clever, in my opinion. Like, they do some. That's a really clever use of like the fully charged Mega Shot, and like, I'm glad they added that as a feature in this game. Also, I really like how these shield guys just kind of rotate their shields around them instead of like just turning around. Oh yeah, there's not an... there's no eyes on this mini-boss. Oh yeah, Torchman only has one mini-boss, too. Torchman, Fuseman, and, Acid Man. Right, that's where we are. But yeah, this one has no eyes. Unless I'm not seeing it here. Keep in mind, I am watching the video at a bit of a zoomed out ratio while I'm in the editing program, so it's not perfectly clear to me. Oh yeah, what am I thinking here? I forget. Ah yes, there's an achievement for using your invincibility period while you collide with spikes. What am I doing here? What's going on? Questionable editing decisions on my part, if I had to say. Took the hit so it wouldn't turn into acid. This guy's really in my way. Yeah, now's a good time to switch to the... Oh yeah, so you have the option of either increasing your money collecting or increasing your health collecting. And so right now I'm like, yeah, I need more health. This room is really neat. It looks really dangerous, but it's actually not that bad of a jump. They do some really clever gimmicks with the spike traps. Hesitation. What am I doing? Nice, all in one go. Here we go. This one's kind of clever. You have to utilize both the wind and the jump height increase of being underwater to navigate yourself through that spike tunnel. And again, it looks really scary, but it's not that difficult. Yeah, I haven't tried out Eddie yet in this game, I don't think. And he's like the Rush medic from like Mega Man 8. Oh yeah, at this point, I really don't know what the proper boss weakness order for this game is. But I also don't care, because I want to beat it with the Buster first. Because that's just how I do things. Big, big, big miss. Oops, forgot to edit that one out. You're gonna hear some of those in the voiceover track anyway, I apologize. I apologize again. Actually, at this point in my video editing, I'm not really sure how to, what the best way to cut out things is. 'Cause I kind of hate having to scan through the whole thing and just cut out bits where I make noises that I don't want people to hear. So it's like, I'm recording this, I could just pause it if I feel like I have to clear my throat or something. But then I have to figure out how to match up the audio again with the video. And that's a little confusing. I do know one place where I'm going to pause, though. And that's going to be coming, and that's going to be one of the splits coming up. I just noticed that thing, like zooms down at you. And there's a W. Oh wow, they really, yeah, they kind of made that little overhang just a little bit annoying. Just annoying enough. Here's Acid Man.
Welcome to my chemical paradise. An acid bath. Acid
My Chemical Paradise. That sounds like a My Chemical Romance cover band. So I think the block is his weakness. So I thought the block was Fuse Man's weakness. No, the rubber is Fuse Man's weakness. That makes sense. One thing I really like about Acid Man is that, you know, he gives you the shield weapon for the game, sure. But it's not completely useless. You actually have access to a projectile with the shield, and granted the projectile makes your shield smaller. Nice snipe. Good use of the speed gear to destroy his shield, to just like eat his shield. Oh, one hit left. How do I miss that?
Come on in, the acid's fine. I'll nurse you to the last vote. Acid here.
You know, you could melt bolts as well with your acid. You don't need to melt me to my last bolt. Good start. And then... Oh! I just noticed the debris from his... Is that what hurt me? Is that the debris from the bubble shield when I shoot at him? Ooh! Oh, alas, I didn't make it. Let's go see what Dr. Light has, though. And he has a new thing.
What'll it be? Are you sure?
Absolutely buying a lot of these, especially for this level.
Are you sure? Ta-da! All right. Are you sure? Are you sure? Ta-da!
Look how many bolts I have just from that one. Just from that one. Game over.
Are you sure? Ta-da! Already. Are you sure? Ta-da! Already.
Yo, Mega! Can I interest you in some parts?
Back to the game. Alright, we have it sped up now. I will see you when we get back to Acid Man. And here we are. Made it here without even losing a life.
Ruined my new concoction! Take an acid bath!
Oh, that's a good use of speed gear. Just like swapping between it and normal to preserve the gear health, the gear juice. Doing pretty well this run. Good dodges, good dodges. Starting to figure out this pattern. Yeah, I didn't realize that what was going on when I was playing this. Boom. Chemistry! Yep, here it is. Oh, I just noticed there's stats for the moves in the background. I want to see what those stats are. I really like this weapon. Because it's a shield, but it gives you a projectile. The projectile does affect the shield, but, Oh, and you also get the acid bursts from colliding with stuff.
Hi, Zone.
Alrighty. Yeah, that's a boss. That's a boss man. Yeah, let's fill up on everything now, as I clearly have infinite money at this
Are you
point.
sure? Ta-da! Oh,
The reactor's running unusually well.
okay, Mega. What'll it be?
Yo, Mega! Can I interest you in some...
Alrighty.